What up, y'all? It is Jamba. It's Valentine's Day. Well, at least at the recording of this video. I'll be honest, I was tired from work earlier this morning. I came home, I took a half-ass nap, tried to work out, didn't complete the workout. I haven't even ate dinner yet. I will soon. I came across this video. It says, as you can see, woman says cheating is just an illusion. No, nobody belongs to you. On Valentine's Day. So I have to cover this. I have to see what the logic or lack thereof is in this video. Let's see if she has a point. Let me try to be as fair as possible here. Um, let's just begin, man. I don't want to comment on her complexion. She does seem a little bit, just a little light. And light skinned women, y'all. Let's just play the video.
This is how I sound with my fan close to my mic and my TV on in the background.
All right.
Now in one click.
It's an unpopular opinion, but this piece of wisdom gonna set you free right here. Realizing
She's light. She's kind of light.
that no one can cheat on you. It's about understanding that you have no possession over nobody. Nobody belongs to you. And once you realize this will simply set you free. We as humans be choosing bondage. We be choosing slavery because we don't realize that we have a choice of our own freedom and our own awareness of realizing that, dang, man, nobody belongs to me. So let me set them free. But a lot of people don't want to hear this. I know, man. This is when you got to stop taking things so personal. Stop feeling like you have ownership and control over somebody else's well-being and someone else's life decisions. If they want to do what they want to do, it has nothing to do with you. They did not cheat on you. They cheated on themselves. They have no loyalty to themselves. Stop making everything about you. This is them.
I can't take it. I tried, but I can't take it. I'm going to replay this video and I'm going to stop it at parts and begin to comment. This is just very absurd.
Opinion, but this piece of wisdom gonna set you free right here. Realizing that no one can cheat on you. It's about understanding that you have no possession over nobody. No.
So clearly, this is a woman who this is one of two things. We know that one of two things is true just by this opening statement. Number one, this is a woman who I think this is a woman who's gotten cheated by damn near every single man who she's ever dealt with, or that the vast majority of the men who she's dealt with. This is a woman who God, I missed my ear. This is a woman who has dealt with so much cheating that she probably believes that it's inevitable for her. She's obviously an attractive woman, so the guys who she's dealing with are probably very highly attracted themselves, and more than likely are guys who are just unfaithful. So instead of her adjusting her standards to go for men who exhibit traits of being faithful and being like more relationship oriented, she's twisted and warped her reality in order for her to be okay with still dating these guys who continuously cheat on her. So instead of making like instead of making yourself accountable for dating shitty people, she warps the reality in order to make dating shitty people okay. Does that make sense? That's one possibility. That's what I think is actually more so the truth. I don't think that this woman, for some reason, I don't think that this is, because what I initially thought when I first read the title of this video, I initially thought that this was a way in which she can justify her cheating and her, sleeping around or whatever. that might be true to a very, very lesser extent, but I think that the former, in regards to her dealing with a bunch of dudes who had never been faithful, guys, I mean, men who, sleeping with her friends or cousins or roommates and things like this is a woman who's been repeatedly cheated on. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you something. If you are being repeatedly cheated on, I will give you one, because we all can make us, especially if we're young. I can give you one, maybe I can give you two. Nah, fuck it, I'll just give you one. Anything after that, and if you're continuously dating men who are cheating or abusive, this is your fault. And I'm not saying it's your fault that they're cheating, but this is your fault that these are the men that you are choosing. We could say something similar to men. Well, we already kind of do. Fellas, if you know a guy and every woman that he dates cheats on him, well, number one, we're actually going to blame the dude. If we're being honest, we're going to blame the dude. We're going to say, okay, these women are cheating because you're not making enough money, you're not fucking her right, you're not being masculine enough. We're going to blame you. We're going to blame the guy. When the woman cheats, we usually blame the guy. When a man cheats, we usually blame the guy again. You know, but this is to say, ladies, that you know, being cheated on multiple times and being abused on multiple times by multiple guys. I'm not saying that what the guys are doing is right or justified, but you continuously picking guys like this does speak to some aspect of your character or character flaw, if you will. And that is, there's no getting around that.
Nobody belongs to you. And once you realize this will simply set you free. We as humans be choosing bondage. We be choosing slavery because we don't realize that we have a choice of our own freedom.
She's just talking gibberish. Now she's comparing being in a relationship, being in a loyal relationship, a monogamous relationship, where two people, whether, let's just say in this case, a heterosexual relationship, these two people deciding to be loyal to each other, deciding to, hey, you know what? We are going to engage in this monogamous situation. I'm only going to engage, with you romantically and vice versa. And if we're going to try to build something from here, potentially have kids, have a house, build and have a family, and but keeping with just us, right? Lowering and really eliminating your chances of STDs, eliminating your chances of, like infidelity and things of that nature, just by dealing with us two and not having any, like really being loyal to each other. Like I mean, look, I'm an advocate for strong, healthy relationships. She's saying that is bondage. There's nothing healthy about that. There's nothing functional about this way of thinking. This is dysfunction. It may seem like she's really attractive and she got a nice smile and she's out in the nature and the birds are chirping. It may seem like to some of y'all lower IQ people, it may seem like she's making sense, but this is just some tomfoolery. I couldn't think of another word.
In our own awareness of realizing that, dang, man, nobody belongs to me. So let me set them free.
And also, ladies, some of y'all, like, especially my attractive ladies, like actually like attractive, like what's the word? Conventionally attractive women. The problem with y'all is men allow y'all to say dumb shit all the time, and men never check you for it because you're attractive and they want to sleep with you. Conventionally attractive women just get away all since they were the age of 15, 16 years old. They just say dumb shit, say shit that they think is deep when it's really stupid. And men primarily just let you say it without checking y'all because you cute or because you're really attractive. This happens all the time. It kind of happens with women in general, but especially with really, really attractive women, especially really, really attractive women who are like spiritual or like into like deep stuff. It's like these women rarely ever get challenged on there. That's why, like, these podcasts and things of this nature, that's why it kind of upsets women, because like women are they're just not used to being challenged. The men who used to cheat on this woman, and I know for a fact, like, there are certain things, I'm gonna be a little arrogant, there's a lot that I don't know about. Like, I can try to read people, I believe in my heart that this woman has been cheated on at least 3 or 4 times. I just believe that. The vast majority of these men who dealt with this woman just had to listen to her talk and say all this dumb shit. And matter of fact, I'm willing to bet you that all this dumb shit that she's talking about, like all like, because I can tell that this is like a woo woo, pseudo spiritual, deep shit quotes and all that other stuff. Like I could tell that that's this type of woman. I'm willing to bet you that it not, excuse me, that might be some of the reason as to why these men didn't want to be faithful to her. Because sometimes, ladies, a man don't want to be faithful just because you might just annoy that guy. So her being this way can kind of sometimes make a man not take you nearly as seriously. I'm only taking this a little bit seriously because I know that there's a lot of women who might think this way. So, and men have to kind of deal with that and be mindful of that. And also too, you have a lot of other, I'm just gonna say like a weaker minded guy who's just gonna go along with some shit like this because he might find a woman attractive. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna be in a relationship and we can cheat and we can, and I know you have like non-monogamous situations. So if you're into that, you're into that. But a lot of men are into in these situations and they deep down don't want to be. Deep down they don't. Let's continue.
But a lot of people don't want to hear this. I know, man. This is when you gotta stop taking things so personal. Stop feeling like you have ownership and control over somebody else's well-being and someone else's life decisions. If they want to do what they want to do, it has nothing to do with you.
This woman is gonna make a great mother with that mentality. Now, is she right overall in regards to like you can't make a person, I mean, people got their free will. But at the same time, when you're in a committed relationship, then there is an obligation that that person does have to you or to their family. Because I don't know, I don't think this woman is a mom, and if she has this mentality when it comes to this, I low key kind of hope that she doesn't have kids or at least a lot of kids, because I think that this is a symptom of a pretty toxic mentality, just in my opinion. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree.
They did not cheat on you. They cheated on themselves. They have no loyalty to themselves.
What does that even mean? That's what I'm saying. Like some of y'all like just say stuff and loyalty to themselves. What does loyalty to themselves mean? I would argue that a man who cheats on his girl, a man who actually goes out of his way to have sex with another woman, only has loyalty to himself and only himself, because he wants to have sex with another woman and he did that because he's loyal to himself. If he was loyal to his girl, then he would forego that momentary desire to have sex with another woman. This is just very simple shit. Very simple.
Stop making everything about you. This is them, this is their character, and they just exposed it to you. You can either deal with it, cry about it, pout about it, or move on with it.
Yeah, this woman's been hurt a whole lot. And what so the reason why she's saying this is because she's been cheated on, she probably blamed herself every single time she did get cheated on. So she probably thought maybe she wasn't cute enough, maybe she wasn't putting it down enough, maybe she wasn't having sex with him enough, or pretty long hair. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. So I believe my assessment is that she was blaming herself when these men were being, you know, non-faithful. Now, I'm not going to say that it wasn't her fault at all, but overall, I'm going to say that, ladies, if a man does cheat on you, more times than not, if you believe objectively that you're being a good girlfriend or a good wife, or a good partner in a relationship, I would objectively, like, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're not you providing for his needs, you're being reasonable, you're being appreciative, you're being accommodating, you're being unselfish, you're being kind, like we know what a good girlfriend is, we know what a good boyfriend is, right? So if you're a good girlfriend and he cheats on you, then that is on him. But because this woman more than likely has very, very bad judgment and a very, very bad decision making when it comes to, I shouldn't say it's very bad. It's just very shallow. I believe that this woman more than likely has very, very shallow, um, very has a very shallow mindset when it comes to the men who she's going after. And that's just my assessment. I'm not going to get into all the reasons why, but because of that, and this has happened so many times, instead of her changing it, like I said earlier, she's just going to say, fuck it. Well, it's not my fault. It's all him. And then she comes up with the other self delusion of, well, we don't own anybody, which and also kind of low key gives her a backdoor to have some extracurriculars as well. So this mindset to her. So oftentimes we created so delusional people and maybe and look, man, I've had my own copes too. Like we all have our things that we lie to ourselves to believe in order to make things make sense or make things more digestible, like to make reality more digestible. So for her, the reality in which being faithful and or being cheated on, this whole concept is a lie, and it's just no one owns it, like that works for her. It works for her because whenever I got because now she's able to go after the guys that she want, and when they cheat on her, hey, it doesn't matter, it's not about me. And then when she becomes unfaithful, she doesn't feel guilty. So this actually works. So even though this is only more than likely going to result in non-functional relationships, especially for children, so in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be a positive, but in her brain, it works best for her in what she wants and what her shallow desires are. And that's what I'm calling out.
It's up to you, boo.
Well, that's that. Part of me wished that this wasn't so serious, but you know, happy Valentine's Day if you got a loved one, or whether your Valentine is your mom or your kid, or I don't know, whatever, or a secret admirer. But yeah. Now, the messed up thing about what I just said is that now this video is automatically going to be dated, because I'm definitely going to post this after Valentine's Day. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.